I'm Johnny Ray with Operation Love Mary Lee, which is what we do is we do spay and neuter of the street dogs here in Tijuana, Mexico. And we've got a grant from Birdhouse Doghouse Rescue Foundation. And we also take in donations from people on Facebook. And what we do is we come out to the streets and we spay and neuter cats and dogs for free. And we work with Shorty from Pit Boss. He always steps up and he always helps us. And he has a friend that works here at the fire station in Tijuana. And what they did was they opened up their fire station and their space for us to have the campaign here. They've been up all night clearing out the space, making sure that we have adequate electricity, running water facility. They were here at 5 o'clock when the tent showed up so we could do the spay and neuter in the tents. So we have our connection with Gabriel, that is the captain of the fire department, and he works with Shorty. So through our connections with other people, we've landed the fire department, and they've been really outstanding and open to us. And they give us anything that we ask for. Whenever we need help, they accommodate us.
Hi, my name is Gabriel. I'm a captain of the Tijuana Fire Department, and I help to Johnny and Shorty to make these kind of events.
Well, today we're giving out free sterilizations for cats and dogs. We're medicating for free, flea and tick treatment, and they came to see Shorty Rossi.
We're here in Tijuana, Mexico for one reason, the dogs. Free shots, free medical care, free flea and tick medication for the people who can't afford it, and all for the cause of Operation Love Mary Lee.
I think it's a great project. You know, it helps a lot of people who in Mexico there's like a big problem with dogs from the street, so it's a big problem in the society, and I believe it's a good campaign, a good project for helping, you know, because in fact animals which are sharing the earth with us. No,
the problem here is out of control. It's out of control, and it's a lack of resources is what it is. You can go down any block right through here. You can go down any block. For every block you can see at least 4 dogs living on the street. On trash night, you can go down the street and the streets are full of dogs because they smell the food in the trash and they have nothing to eat, so they go to the trash cans. Every street that you go down, there's dogs running loose. If you look right here, there's 2 more under this tree right here. And if you look right there, do you see where those 2 guys are? There's 3 dogs sitting under the tree there. They're everywhere, everywhere you turn around. See how skinny he is? You can see his rib bones. And he's chained up to a doghouse. At least he's behind a fence. During the week, what we did is we went into this neighborhood because a lot of these people don't have internet access. And what we did was we gave them VIP passes. They can even bypass the line. And all we did was we went from street by street to look for dogs that are actually running the street. And then we gave them VIP passes to get their dogs spay and neuter. La gato. La gato. Porque es muy flaco. ¿Está enfermo?
No.
¿Por qué está muy flaco?
Porque come poquito.
¿Por qué come poquito?
Pues va para la chingada, pues no tiene hambre.
¿No está enfermo?
No.
¿Cómo sabes?
Está bien, está bien.
Necesito, voy para un doctor. He's a little upset, his cat's clearly dying. And he says the cat has no appetite. As you can clearly see with all the dogs still on the street, some of them didn't take our invitation. Sometimes you have to, they're scared that you're the government, and a lot of those animals just go to die, and they think that what they're doing for the animal is better than having the animal die. The government is going around and they round up the dogs and they electrocute them by the hundreds. By the hundreds. Whether the dog has ID, a collar on or not. If the dog is running loose, they kill it. So they are taking signatures today to see if they can get the Mexican government to change their ways. What they're trying to do is they're trying to petition the Mexican government, instead of going around and rounding up these dogs and electrocuting them and putting them in big piles, they're offering an alternative, which they do in some parts of Mexico. Is what they do is they'll spay and neuter the dog and return the dog. So what happens is if this person has a dog that runs the street and they multiply on the street, and the city comes and kills that dog, all he does is go and get another dog that's not fixed, and then that dog reproduces, and the cycle continues out of control. If we can get this dog fixed, spayed and neutered, and returned to him or the street, then this guy's not going to go out and get another dog, and this dog is going to stop reproducing. You cut off the problem, and trap and release in the United States is proven to be, it reduces populations by 70%. 70%. So why they want to come around and kill these animals is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's incomprehensible to me.
Do they have shelters here?
They have it. They call it the shelter of death. They have a shelter here. They have no vaccines at the shelter. They have very little food at the shelter, almost no food. When a dog goes to the shelter, it's usually to kill the dog. It's not to rehome the dog. Some of the shelters work with some of the foundations here, and the foundation will try to pull a dog, but 98% of the dogs go there to die. Today you don't see the problems that we usually see, but usually it's mange is our biggest problem, and skinny and starvation. There's also a sexually transmitted disease that it's a cancer, but it's sexually transmitted. So when one dog contaminates the other dog, when they're breeding or they're licking, they turn into these big tumors, huge tumors, and they have to operate them and they have to give them chemotherapy. However, today, they look pretty good. Honestly, they look pretty good. Spay and neuter is the thing that we're trying to get, it's the biggest thing that we're trying to do today. If, like I said, if you can fix one dog, you can end suffering, so much suffering even before it begins. What we're doing is they check them in, they shave them, they give them anesthesia, and this is the first station where they're doing the spay and neuter. They're getting paid very small, but it's borderline volunteering is what it is. Because everything here is low cost, so they're not making as much money as they would do in their clinic. It is a financial thing, it is political, and it does get a little backstabbing. So the ones that we do get, we're grateful for. This is Thomas. This is one of our volunteers. A little while ago, he was helping with the spay and neuter, and now he's out here, we're giving vaccines to some of the healthier dogs, which is parvo and distemper.
I'm from Ensenada, Mexico, and helping here Johnny to get neutralizing diseases with dogs.
And you know, everyone here, excluding the vets, are volunteers. No one here is getting paid for anything except the vets.
My name is Cleopatra Chavez, and I'm from Rosarito Beach, and I'm doing this because I've been so blessed. I love animals. I have 31 cats and 7 dogs that I rescue that nobody loves. So that's what I'm here, because I'm being so blessed, so I like to give some time to help, because I receive a lot of blessings. I don't care if the people think that I'm crazy, take care of a lot of cats and a lot of dogs. The people need to be educated to protect animals, be responsible. We need a lot of that in Mexico. That's what I'm doing, and I'm so happy. It's better to help, to give than receive, right?
It's a combination of people working together, not groups working separately, people. And I think it's having a huge, huge impact in the city of Tijuana.
On this station here, what they're doing is they're doing disinfectant. As they spay and neuter the dog, they send the tools over here to get disinfected, and then they send them back. The ones that we're giving the vaccine to, they've got to be big or healthy, because parvo is a live vaccine, and if you give it to a dog that has an impaired immune system, then it could actually bring on the parvo. And people in the United States, they don't understand that, because whenever you do anything in the United States to the dogs, you do everything at once. You deworm, you microchip, you give it as vaccines, you spay and neuter, you medicate it, you do everything. Here you can't do that, because the dogs are completely different. This one, this one, this one, and this one. The reason why we want to give these, like these 2 dogs here in Mexico, the anesthesia they use is an IV anesthesia, and it's hard to monitor exactly the dosage, or it's not gas that a lot of people in the United States use. So we're not in a controlled environment, so you want to use every precaution as possible. It shouldn't be an issue, but when it's already an issue before you start, this one we can, because you see it's a little bigger. Este sí también, right? And this one. This one's already fixed.
I don't know if you could tell on the camera, his bones are showing. They just got the dog off the street recently. So they said they dewormed the dog, but do you see how you see the ribs?
Most of the dogs here in Tijuana, their immune system is not what it is in the dogs in the United States. A lot of the dogs here don't get the proper nutrition. What happens is the stores here, everyone's bringing the stuff across from the United States, so the people don't get employment here because they don't sell anything here. So what they've done is they've blocked everything off at the border, so you have to buy your products here. And the products here is at best, you've got Alpo or Pedigree, and it's so expensive. It's way more expensive than premium brands across the border. And on top of that, the tax is about 16%. So the average person can't afford proper nutrition for the dog. When they go in, don't say that they got the vaccine, because some of the doctors are upset that we're giving the vaccines for free. So don't mention that they get the vaccine. Porque nosotros no cobramos las vacunas.
Okay, yo les digo.
Okay. The vets in the United States would fix her without a problem, but here in TJ they don't want to fix her. So what we did is I went up front and I negotiated with one of the vets to get her fixed anyway. Okay, what if we send you over with the anesthesia and the dog? Can you put the anesthesia if they measure it? Because we don't want these dogs to go back to the street and start reproducing. I have a vet that said they will fix this dog. She's lactating. She's 5 weeks ago. I found the vet that will do it. This one's in heat. I found the vet that said they will do it. This is the recuperation area. What they're doing is after they come through the operation, they sit here until they come out of anesthesia. So we have volunteers monitoring their temperature, and they're making sure that they're okay. So if we have any problems, there's an anesthesia doctor right outside the tent, then they go to her. But this is where they wait till they come to. When I see a bunch of people show up, it makes me happy. Because you know what? Just these dogs that are here today, in 6 years, it's gonna be over 1 million less dogs in the street. That's hard to comprehend. That's hard to comprehend. And these people here in line, if you can get a shot from there to there, and we're not even at the end of the line, it tells you that these people care about their animals. So that the stigma that what's going on over here is clearly not true. It is clearly not true. Typically speaking, when we go on Facebook and we ask for help, in the United States, there's people that donate. Here in Tijuana, we get more people asking to help us than we do over there. And it's not that they have money. We have people call or Facebook and they say they want to help, but they don't have any money. I had this lady that said she knows how to sew, and that if she's got some used material, and that she could make us dog blankets. So we get a huge outpouring of people here in TJ that want to help. They just don't have a lot of financial backing for it. So when they say that people in Tijuana don't take care of their animals, or they don't want to take care of their animals, it's not true. It is a financial problem. I don't care who you are, come on down. People ask me, why do I come here and help these people instead of helping over there? These people have no resources. These people have no resources. And look at all the volunteers that came out today. This is the end of it, and they're already going home. They're already gone home. They've already closed everything down. But when I ask for help, these people show up by the hundreds. Yeah. They don't have a lot of money, but they want to show up and they want to help. And the little money, I don't have money. Everything that we do is by donations. The little money that we have goes a long way. And if you spay one dog, that's getting 66,000 offspring within 6 years. One dog. And if you think about what we did as a group here today, you're saving millions of animals from being born.
There comes one of them volunteers now.
Right there.
Look at that.
Just like his last two events, these events are great. You have all these vets, assistants, volunteers volunteering their time so we can take care of this. I mean, it's a good feeling when you're saving the lives of other animals and, you know, giving other people hope.
Judy, got any last words?
Just save the animals.
If you go to our page, Operation Love Mary Lee on Facebook, we really need money. I'm sorry to beg for money, but you know what? When you donate to us, I can assure you it goes to a good cause and it goes straight to the streets. And I want to also thank you, say, to Pitbull Energy Drink, because honestly, what their support with conversations with the Pitbull has allowed us and allowed many rescue groups to get the word out what they're doing. So I just want to give a shout out to Pitbull Energy Drink as well.